everyone, it's Renee here from Witchcraft You Do. Today I'm going to show you how to make these cute little boxes from our new digital downloads. There are several sets, like this little vintage set, that come with these 3 covers, or this one that comes with these 3 covers, and this one actually has all of the different covers in all of the colours. Each of these boxes are lined, so the inside of the tray is lined, as well as there's a little lining on the inside of the box. When you open it, it doesn't show white. So let me show you how to pop these together. All of the boxes are made from these 4 sheets. So there's a cover, there's the lining for the inside, there's the base, and then there's the lining for the inside of the cover. Now I've printed the cover, the base, and the base lining on 250 GSM card, or a thick paper, and I've printed the box lining on just normal 80 GSM copy paper. Right, first thing I'm going to do is cut out all the pieces, and I'll be back in just a minute. Right, now I've got all the bits cut out. We're going to start with the cover and the lining so it has time to dry while we assemble the rest of the box. Now I've designed the lining to be just a tad bigger than the cover, as you can see. Just pokes out a little bit. And that's to make it easier to put this on after you've put glue on, because I don't know about you, but I'm pretty terrible at lining things up. So I need a piece of paper to glue on and my glue stick. So I'm just going to be very generous getting the glue on the lining. And then I'm going to try as carefully as I can to place the cover on the lining. Yep, that looks good. And then take it off the glue sheet. Pressing it down all the way along just to make sure it's sticking to all of it. Alright, now while it's still a little tacky, I'm going to score the lines now, because if I score it once the glue has dried, it likes to detach itself, and I don't want the inside of my lining to pucker where the score lines are. So I'm going to score it, and I'm going to fold it now while it's still wet. Careful though, because the paper is a little more fragile because of the dampness. Right, also the folding might not want to go exactly where you score it when it's a little damp, so also be careful with that. But it's not, I don't find it too hard, so don't press too hard because the paper is a little bit damp. It might want to rub off the ink. Something like your lid on your glue stick, anything that's smooth is fine if you want to give it a press. And press. Alright, so I'm just going to eyeball these grooves and make sure none of them have poked out. They all look pretty good, and I'm just going to set that aside to dry while we make up the rest of the box. So let's start with scoring all the pieces. I'm going straight across these flaps, but I'm just lifting over the cut line because if my tool catches it, it might tear. And the flaps have this gradient of darkness here, and that's to help hide the white. I'm also going to score all the lining pieces now as well. Right, Before I do any assembling, I'm going to ink a few edges. It's just black. And on these pieces, I'm inking across the top like this. And I'm going to turn it over and do the other side as well. And it just helps it when it's assembled hide all the bits of white. And this piece on the side and along the top. Again, both sides. On this base piece, I'm just doing the edges so they just don't stand out when it's all assembled. Don't need to do the other side because it goes in the base of the box. And with this piece, I'll just quickly fold the score lines. And I just want to ink the inside line of each of these shorter sides. I find it much easier to ink these parts before it's assembled. Alright. So let's start with the base. Just need a sheet to go on. Right, so new glue stick. I'm not changing it to this because I think it needs this glue. I'm changing it because my other glue stick ran out and this is all I've got left. So, glue stick. And I'm going to fold up to these little tabs and then fold over and press it down. And I'm going to use this tool to just press it flat. Getting a bit of ink on the inside of the box from my fingers, but that doesn't matter because it's all going to be lined in a minute anyway. More glue. Same again, tab, tab, fold and press, and tool. Now I'm notoriously bad for sticking my things on wet glue and ripping the pattern off, so I'm just going to fold that to be safe. Fold and press, and last and fold and press. Alright, so there's the base complete. Before I put the lining on, I'm going to ink around the edge. Let's just do it rather than tell you about it. So I'm going to be quite generous and throw the box at myself on the inside, because if I have a little bit of placement issues, the black will hide that. So a little bit generous on the inside. I'm also going to do these little corners. They sometimes have white poking out. There and there. Alright. Next we're going to do the lining. You want to start with the bits with the little white tabs on. So fold it so the colour's inside the folding, like this. And glue sheet. Glue on the back. Now I'm going to line the top edge with the edge of the box first before I press it in, making sure that it's not poking up on the other side. So they're together, and I'm just going to carefully squeeze it in and then use this tool to press it into the corners. Double checking that it's not sliding up, and just press it in. That's one. And I'm just going to do that for both ends. Now, same sort of idea for the side pieces. Now we just need to glue the base in. Glue all over. Right, so there's the lined box. Right, the cover. Hopefully it's dry by now. As you can see, they dry a little bit warpy, but that's easy to fix with just rolling your hand across it gently to straighten out the curl. Like that. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is trim the excess lining. I'm just using scissors, and my scissors kind of touch the card to hold them in line while I'm trimming the paper off. So I'm not cutting any of the card, just paper. Right. So now I need to ink the edges on this as well. And I'm just going to ink it from both sides. Right, now I like it so that the cut edge is on the bottom of the box, there. So I'm going to put this paper here, fold this over, and run my glue stick on the edge of this inside flap. Extra glue off, and then fold it over, lining it up, pressing it like that. Right, so you can see there might be a few little places where you want to re-ink. That's pretty good. And there we have a box and lined cover. Pulling the glue off. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this digital tutorial, and if you're interested in getting any of these, they'll be available in the shop. I'll pop the link in the description box below. Thanks again. Bye.